France and Germany pulled out of talks to reform the WHO because the US was trying to take control, according to a report. This story has been posted a dozen times already in the past 24 hours. But this part, the WHO has come under fire most vocally from Donald Trump in recent months for its handling of the coronavirus pandemic, is still just as hilariously funny every time I see it. The image of Death Count Donnie bitching about somebody else's handling of the coronavirus is tragically hysterical. The WHO is in need to reform. No one argues about that. Nobody wants to be dragged into a reform process and getting an outline for it from a country which itself just left the WHO. I agree, even if Trump doesn't make it to be president after the next election, everyone should be cautious. The U.S. isn't gonna change overnight then. The damage that has been done already shows, and it'll need time to heal. They are just waiting for Trump to go away. Nobody wants to make deals with a bankrupt businessman. Original article https://www. Reuters.com/article/US Health Coronavirus WHO Reform Exclusi ID USKCN 25329P. BTW. European negotiators started to see the reform process as a means to make the WHO more independent from political pressure. In other words, making the WHO insulated from politics, which in my opinion was already, but somehow certain world leaders dragged them into it. Once again Donald Trump's administration attempts to throw its weight around and fails. His tactics divide but don't conquer. Color me not fucking surprised. We should just diplomatically ignore the US until December. An administration devoid of competency and credibility is not going to be let in the driver's seat of any important discussion. Everyone is just waiting for the clown show to leave town. They'll wait another 4 years if necessary. USA indicated they are leaving WHO. Trump sets date to end WHO membership over its handling of virus. https://www.npr.org/section/goatsensoda/2020/07/88818615/Trump sets date to end WHO membership over its handling of virus. In an email to reporters, a UN spokesman confirmed that it received the notification. On July 6, 2020, the United States of America notified the Secretary General of its withdrawal from the World Health Organization, effective on July 6, 2021, wrote Stefan Dujarric, a spokesman for UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, adding that the UN is checking with WHO to see if all the conditions for withdrawal have been met. To leave the organization, the U.S. is supposed to give a 1-year notice and pay outstanding dues, according to language that the U.S. added to the WHO Constitution when it joined the treaty in 1948. As of June 30, the U.S. owed $198 million in unpaid membership dues. USA said it wants to starting its own WHO rival. Donald Trump to set up WHO rival after pulling funding over China bias claim. https://www.npr.org/section/goatsensoda/2020/07/88818615/Trump sets date to end WHO membership over its handling of virus. The Trump administration has had preliminary discussions about a plan to set up a rival to the World Health Organization, WHO. Maybe it is time for USA to stick to its words and let the other countries handle the WHO business. Didn't the US pull out of funding the WHO? Why would anyone care, we think, at this point? Yeah, as an American, I don't think the WHO should be reformed by Americans. Judging by how COVID was handled, America should be at the bottom of the list of powers at this point. Germany or France are better off leading this. Trump breaks everything he touches. Sorry, but the U.S. government needs to understand they don't run the world. Wait. They want to be out of WHO but wants to control WHO. So that those who paid is supposed to listen to the guy that didn't pay? I think there's something wrong there. All the people who want to go on about who pays what and such carefully neglected this bit in the article, which only makes sense. Backhand index pointing down. Asterisk, nobody wants to be dragged into a reform process and getting an outline for it from a country which itself just left the WHO, a senior European official told Reuters. Asterisk. You want to have a seat on the table? Then stay for dinner or shut up and leave. I am shocked. I never expected the US to try to take over something. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. French here. I think everyone's working for their best interest. For the US, it's only fair to defend their position until the last minute in case of a return later with a new administration. For the French-German couple, as it has already been said, trying to get rid of a meme scheduled to quit, especially one that is potentially unstable and unpredictable, is just common sense. In summary, politics as usual, nothing shocking to see here. Some Americans really believe that the United States still has the respect and authority that it once had. For all you thick-skulled nationalists out there, America is fucked, and you voted for the guy who is the straw that broke the camel's back. We shouldn't have any authority over global affairs anymore. We've shown the world that we're just not the great powerhouse we used to be. Reports like this are totally understandable, and it shouldn't surprise anybody that global leaders don't want to follow the US lead. And it didn't work. Trump wasn't able to gain control. So he pulled out completely. And then went on a campaign disparaging the WHO. The WHO is definitely open to criticism. But Trump's turn on them has nothing to do with the actual criticism. Trump tried to buy the Buffalo Bills. But the owners didn't like him as a person, so they voted against allowing it. So Trump turned on the NFL. This is kind of what Trump does. Tries to buy shit, gets rejected, then turns on what he wanted to buy. The US is probably trying to prohibit abortions and birth control. That's what we do these days. Oh my fucking God. Trump is literally backtracking the entire fucking world with his archaic egomaniacism. I keep seeing all these calls saying the WHO needs reform, but frankly, from what I see, they are functioning fine and effectively, despite the US trying to cripple them even before the outbreak by refusing to fill positions and dismantling response teams. No one seems to be able to truthfully say what they did wrong without resorting to blame-shifting lies. Moved too slow? No, looking at the timeline of actions, they moved really quickly at investigating and disseminating a novel respiratory illness in the middle of the flu season. They were just ignored by many GovTS. Changed their advice on matters? Of course, that's what happens when you get new data and analysis. You come up with the best advice based on what's known, then change it as new conclusions are drawn. That's how science and evidence-based policy works. Alleged Chinese influence. It didn't seem to hamper their response, and appears to just be a way for people to try to blame China and the WHO for their own failings. China investigated the reports of a novel illness in the middle of the flu season, reported it to the WHO when it seemed they couldn't control it, who them jumped on it right away. Plus, if they actually fill their roles instead of purposefully leaving them vacant, of course they'll have more say in matters. Could the WHO be more effective? Yes, but any organization can become more effective if you grant it more powers. However, for what it is currently supposed to do, it has been doing it reasonably well. Personally, I'd be in favor of more powers by the WHO in setting data collection and reporting standards in the healthcare system of nations. It would mean more data, higher quality data, and easier analysis, but I suspect many nations would balk at what they'd see as their sovereignty, with the US first in line considering how many international pacts and bodies they refuse to acknowledge. The US dropped out of the WHO. Fuck them, they get no say. Who the hell even invited them? They should put New Zealand in charge, they have their shit together.